Rangers, pride at stake and not much more. They're already champions for a 7th successive season. An unfamiliar look about that side, but they would be delighted to have Mark Hateley available. Our match commentators at Hampden Park, Jock Brown with Terry Butcher.
And Rangers will start the match with that deadly pairing of Brian Laudrup, number 11, and Mark Hateley, number 10. So the final Old Firm match of the season is underway, and already an alteration to the thoughts about tactics for Rangers. John Brown has started the match in the left-back position with Basil Bawley and Alan McLaren together in central defence. Interesting move, Terry.
Yes, John Brown starting centre-half there. Craig Moore's gone to right-back, and Alexander's gone to the right-hand side of the field. Interesting for Rangers. Interesting that Ian Durant's gone the left-hand side. It's an attacking system. It's an attacking system for Celtic as well, so hopefully we should see plenty of goals today.
And Brian McLaughlin, who's a very left-footed player who frequently operates on the right-hand side, has started the match on the left, so there'll be a couple of youngsters in direct opposition there. McLaughlin, just 20, against Moore, who is 19. Josh McKinley gets there ahead of Alec Cleland to turn it away for the Rangers throw. So here's young Craig Moore, who will take the throw for Rangers. Very impressive young player. Not so good at the throw in early in the match, though, and he wins the ball back at the expense of a goal kick, though, to Celtic. But Craig Moore has made a big impression, Terry, this season.
Yes, he's made a very big impression. He's been in and out of the side through injuries and everything else, but in his first full season, like Charlie Miller as well, is not playing today. They've got a good reason to look back upon this season and be very pleased with the progress that they've made.
So Pat Ball's first contribution, approaching his 35th birthday now. Chase here for Donnelly. McLaren with a cross also. Here's Billy Thompson playing in his first Old Firm match at the age of 37, the Rangers goalkeeper. 7 international caps he had in his spell with Dundee United before moving on to Motherwell, and then here last summer as a backup goalkeeper for Andy Gore and Nellie Maxwell. There's O'Neill. Hawley marking Van Hooijdonk. So an interesting front pairing for Celtic. Van Hooijdonk, tall striker who's very good on the ground, links the play up very well. And Simon Donnelly, who also is a player full of touch and skill, without the kind of blistering pace which would certainly finish off the armoury for a striker. Collins with the pass. This is Grant. Now McStay. In the gap it goes for Donnelly's in the clear. And a fine save there by Billy Thompson. Alan McLaren had slipped, giving Donnelly that chance.
Lovely ball inside the Rangers defence there. You see McLaren slip there. He's slipped there. Simon Donnelly trying to hit across the goalkeeper. Instead hits low. Right in the centre of Billy Thompson's midriff. Good chance for Simon Donnelly.
The last time Donnelly scored was on the 14th of May last year against Aberdeen Pittodrie. Hasn't scored for Celtic this season, and did show a lack of conviction there in that shooting position. Well, Simon Donnelly came into the Celtic side last season and scored 5 goals in 10 matches, but struggled since then. Here's Laudrup putting a ball in the play for the first time, looking for Hateley. A fine header there by Hateley, and a reminder to young Brian O'Neill of the threat posed by the Rangers striker.
Once again, it's that man Laudrup just jinks the right. He just gets the ball into the box. He doesn't beat anybody, just gets the ball into the box. And you watch Mark Hateley's power off the air. Good header just over the bar.
So fine play again on the flank by Laudrup. McLaren with Donnelly, and Donnelly causing a problem there for McLaren. Here's Ian Ferguson. And McLaren thumps the ball away. Alan McLaren playing in his favourite position, right in the heart of the defence. Played so frequently at right back this season for Rangers, but this time beside Bawley in central defence. So still the settling in process here in the early stages of the match. Rudy Barta has played very well indeed at right back since coming into the frame for the side in recent weeks. This is McStay. An injury there to Ian Ferguson, who's gone down as he tried to tackle McStay. This is McKinley. Played along for Van Hooijdonk, and he clashed there with John Brown. The Celtic supporters howling there for a penalty kick. Fairness, Van Hooijdonk saying nothing about that, but there certainly was a very hefty collision while the ball was in the air with John Brown. And McLaren thumps the ball to safety. The Celtic supporters still incensed. Moore's header there. There's Trevor Stephen. Careless one by Bolly. Breaks kindly here for Donnelly against Bolly. And Craig Moore gets back very swiftly indeed. Very athletic young defender. O'Neill returns it. There's Collins. And Donnelly was too close to him. Well, a controversial moment there. John Brown taking Van Hooijdonk out of the play while the ball was in the air.
Yes, here's the ball into the box now. We just see the collision. We don't quite see the actual incident there, but from a central defender's point of view, sometimes you have to block people, and it's up to the referee then to try and catch it if you've done it deliberately. But in that case, our pitchers really couldn't say conclusively if John Brown had fouled him deliberately in the box.
Well, the Celtic supporters behind Billy Thompson were totally convinced that should have been a penalty kick. So Craig Moore now with the throw. Hately's come across. Boyd turns it back, and there's Bonner with some time to clear for Celtic. So there's Grant battling again as usual. This is O'Neill looking for Van Hooijdonk. The interception was made well by McLaren. Now McLaughlin on the Celtic right, comes in so easily on that left foot. Van Hooijdonk linking, and a careless pass wide. Well, let's have another look at that incident between Brown and Van Hooijdonk. See it again with an angle here, Terry.
Yeah, so you can just see the top of your picture there, John Brown. Just take out Pierre Van Hooijdonk. That would be a great tackle in American football, I think, really, just to block him there, just blocking the wide receiver.
Well, that certainly supports the Celtic supporters knew that it might have been a penalty kick. Here's Van Hooijdonk. Well, trying to get that volley to dip under the crossbar. He scored 6 times since arriving from SC Breda in January.
Yes, well worth the try from outside the area. The ball did set up for him. It didn't quite come down on top of the goal, but at the end of the day, it was well worth the try.
Not enough passing coming from midfield from Rangers, Terry.
No, once again we find in old firm games that there's just no time in the middle of the park. There's no time for any player to get hold of the ball, get it down and make your passes. It is a heavily congested area, but at the end of the day it's an area where players have to get the ball down to try and get any movement going. As you can see, another ball going out of play from the back foot. There's just no spaces, there's no areas to drop balls into, so the game surely should settle down in the next few minutes.
Here's Alec Cleland. On the far side is Durant. Ian Ferguson goes outside him. That's a very good challenge made by Bata. Well, Durant was making up his mind what pass to deliver. Now Trevor Stephen. Grant going in strongly. This is Hately. Good swerving effort there from Mark Hately. Bonner got his body behind that.
Good play once again, a good challenge by Peter Grant, but either Mark Hately here just turns him onto his left foot. One thought about it, into the middle of the box. Brian Lauderdale in fact was offside, but well worth a try.
McLaren with Van Hooijdonk. That's Brown. Now Stephen. That's good control. Ball still in play. Measures the pass for Cleland. Excellent play by Stephen. Careless one there, allowing Collins to break. He has Donnelly and Van Hooijdonk 3 against 3. Here's Collins going all the way himself. Fine play by Collins. Well, his confidence is very high indeed, and he had only one thought there when the break was on.
Really, the only saving grace is that ball, that shot just going wide, that ball really fell onto John Collins' right foot. Had it been on his left foot, you see Cleland passes inside here, well read by John Collins. Now we see him going at Basil Bolly. You see the movement of the Celtic strikers across Basil body. There goes Simon Donnelly. Pierre Van Hooydonk staying out right, and the right foot shot just wide. But a good chance for John Collins.
Collins is the leading Celtic goal scorer this season with a dozen goals.
Once again, John Brown thinking he's playing for the Scottish Claymores, I think, on that occasion, just blocking his winger Brian McLaughlin. But good play by McLaughlin, he's tricky. John Brown now is on a knife edge because McLaughlin against him, you know, could be a major problem.
And there's some activity down on the dugout below us. Change is going to be made, I think. And the player being withdrawn is John Brown himself. He is coming off. And Neil Murray is coming on.
Yes, Neil Murray will come on. I think Alec Cullen will go to left back. Neil Murray will go to the right-hand side. But so lucky for John Brown. I think it was a bit of a gamble. I think with his fitness and everything else coming back to play. But now he's unfortunately gone off. Neil Murray's on and Alec Cullen goes to left back.
Well, John Brown very much a favourite of the Rangers supporters, but clearly unhappy to be leaving this Old Firm match so early. He's missed the last couple of matches through injury, so perhaps coming back a shade too quickly. Free kick put in by Vata, headed away by Bolly. Hateley's layoff, that's Stephen. Stephen. Durant. Well, this is Durant at his best. He could go all the way himself here. It was great play. Choosing to play it wide for Hateley. Well, he does that brilliantly from midfield, Ian Durant. Lacked the confidence and conviction to go all the way himself. Boyd comes clear for Celtic. The offside flag up. Simon Donnelly, I think, was the culprit rather than Van Hooydonk. Well, Ian Durant certainly had an opportunity there to go all the way had he believed in himself enough.
Yeah, I just think he ran out of puff when he was getting towards the end there and chose the option to pass it out wide. But a great break through the middle, very reminiscent of John Collins going through the middle with Scotland. Just seemed to open up for him. Had he had a bit more conviction, probably a bit more puff, he could have gone through and finished the ball, finished the move on his left foot.
Well, Tommy Burns has seen enough to bring him down to the track. He's now gesticulating to his players from that area. He's been in the director's box for the first half hour or so, but clearly wants some alterations made. It's very good close control, little Simon Donnelly. A lot of injury problems this season also. Hateley plays it wide. This is Durant. Laudrup makes the run. He's followed by O'Neill, who must make the tackle count. He's late, and there's trouble for O'Neill. Well, there's that little extra touch of acceleration from Laudrup when he gets close to that. And Brian O'Neill is going to be booked.
So I think he's just a bit unlucky there, Brian O'Neill. It's not a dangerous tackle or anything else, just that Brian Laudrup just waited a little while, saw the defender coming in, just knocked it past him and then took the sliding tackle. But just a bit unlucky to be booked. Just Laudrup's frightening pace, really.
Always seems to find an extra gear when he's in a tight situation. There's the free kick taken by Durant. And Hateley not happy about the challenge of O'Neill. There's words there with the referee.
Just see at the bottom of that picture, Mark Hateley, he's just held there. I think we can say this one's 1-1 really when it comes to blocking typical American football tackles. So that's even Steven so far.
Barron getting in behind Bolly for the clearance. There's Collins. Bolly again. Well, the bulk of the play confined to that strip of the pitch. Not much space to allow the midfield players to develop moves. And as the ball goes out, the throw is given. Some thoughts about it being a free kick.
Yes, I think there probably was a foul by Durant, but Finlayson gave a throw in once more.
The throw this time goes to Rangers. Van Hooijdonk got happy.
It just shows really that the game itself has been very scrappy. Any challenges, any loose balls, and players have been able to get hold of the ball. There's been no space whatsoever. So with the half-time whistle coming, hopefully we'll have a better second half.
Well, first half certainly not one which will be memorable in Old Firm history. John Collins tried very hard for Celtic to create something. Had one very good chance when he went through on his own. And Brian Laudrup also produced a couple of great moves for Rangers. But half-time, no goals at Hampden. It's Celtic 0, Rangers 0.
In 1989, he went head-to-head with Tyson. He shook Lewis in 93. And now Frank Bruno is back to silence his critics.
I'm going to make this my year, you know.
He's looking for one last shot at the World Heavyweight title.
I've got to do it this time.
But first, he must dispose of challenger Mike Evans.
And then take him out as fast as possible.
Big Time Boxing, live and exclusive next Saturday at 9 p.m. on Sky Sports.
Wonderful idea of yours, Atkins, to test the new luxury Astra CDX in the desert.
Yes, it was because of my idea for the air conditioning, you see.
How could I forget it?
And the CDJD, the MD loved that idea.
I'll bet she did. Oh, but Atkins, we're forgetting that other great idea of yours.
Oh, what?
Well, comparing the luxury of driving a CDX against a more basic form of transport.
Oh, yes. Are you sure this is my idea, JD?
Oh, come, Atkins. Modesty.
Oh. Sorry, JD. Oh, just a wee second. Wait a wee second. Oh.
We first realised we'd gone utterly butterly. Well, it was after you made that vanilla sponge.
He likes a nice sponge.
Now, St. Ivel utterly butterly tastes...
Yummy!
Yes, because it's made with buttermilk. It's high in monounsaturates and low in saturates. Well done. In the evening, Hilary and I like to look at our slides. Oh, do you remember that?
Oh, yes, Devon. St. Ivel, utterly butterly country. Oh, and I love this one.
It's a scone.
Have you gone utterly butterly?
The Jaffa cake. Light crisp sponge, dark chocolate, and that smashing orangey bit.
In the middle.
Yes, in the middle. So, how can you improve on perfection?
Search me.
Make them smaller.
Smaller?
Yes. And put them in their own little lunchbox to keep them nice and fresh.
To go into mine.
To go into his.
You have to go a long, long way to find a better Jaffa cake.
Rolexa Roller Shutter Remote-Controlled Garage Doors. The automatic garage door system that rolls up as you roll up. Phone now for your free brochure on 0800 215 215. If you're concerned about the security of your home, Rolexa Security Shutters. Phone now for your free brochure on 0800 215 215. Whether you're coming or going, you'll be safe from the elements with Rolexa. Phone now for your free Rolexa brochure on 0800 215 215. 0800 215 215.
So let's see what's going to happen in the second half. Referee Les Mottram checks his watch and allows Celtic to restart the match. And they will be anxious to have men like Paul McStay and John Collins and more involved in the middle of the field. Paul McStay certainly working very hard, but John Collins was subdued greatly by the Celtic setup by the Rangers setup, with Craig Moore doing well against him in that area. So, a pattern of play which emerged in the first half with Celtic dominating territorially, and Rangers now trying to do something about that. Ian Durrant starting off wide on the left-hand side of the four-man midfield as he played in the first half. Josh McKinley's pass. There's Donnelly, challenged by Bolly. Celtic too had come off a very good run, 9 games without defeat, and then they lost 3 out of 4 coming into this match. Quite a remarkable record. Lost to Aberdeen away, Hearts at home, and Partick Thistle at home. Good running there. Loud open play in position, and Haitley calling for that at the far post area. There was a deflection, so it will be a corner kick. Loudrup shakes his head there. Haitley was the player calling for the ball as Durrant threaded that through.
He has a good positive start here. Loudrup in a good position. Just gets a slight deflection as it goes past, but a good positive start by Rangers in the second half.
There's Durrant with the corner. Headed away by Van Hooydonk. Back in defence for Celtic. This is Ferguson. And now Durrant. Taken out there by Grant. Free kick's been given. Well, Grant goes across to offer his hand.
Yeah, it's definitely a block there. Just steps in his way. A free kick in a dangerous area for Rangers.
Durrant takes it quickly. Won by Barter inside the box. That's McLaughlin. Now Collins. McLaughlin again. Grant's dummy was effective. There's McStay. Couldn't take the ball with him. Volley to Stephen. On the far side on the right is Loudrup for Rangers. Going outside McKinley. That's a good ball in. Too close to Bono though. Collins now in possession. Now Paul McStay has McLaughlin ahead. McStay again. That's a fine pass by Grant. McKinley now being faced by Moore. Once again, Moore did enough to halt the progress of that cross, but still Celtic have possession. McLaughlin. Linking with Donnelly. Good running by McLaughlin. Van Hooydonk. The great shot by Van Hooydonk. And Celtic take the lead. And that was a classic. Created by Brian McLaughlin. It's brilliant play by the little midfield man.
He just goes past 2 tackles here now, just dinks the ball past Alan McLaren. Now Van Hooydonk adjusts his feet. Look at this power. Look at that goal, straight past Billy Thompson's right hand. Good play by McLaughlin there, just sets himself up nicely on possibly his weaker foot. It's 1-0 Celtic.
Oh, this is great play by little Brian McLaughlin. He's so hard to handle coming forward at pace. But the setup there by Van Hooydonk and the finish so deadly. Well, 7th goal of the season for Pierre Van Hooydonk, and that will bring this game to life. It's been a subdued Old Firm match so far, but you can wait for the difference now. Rangers will not accept that without a major effort, that's for sure. So Pierre Van Hooydonk, the hero there for Celtic, as Loudrup takes this corner kick. Durrant back with Stephen. Lofted across there by Durrant. Another corner kick given to Rangers. Well, it certainly has had the effect of stinging Rangers to life. They did give the impression they may be content with a 0-0 draw, but that will not be their position now. And they're there by Bonner. He's still on the ground as the ball is returned by Durrant. Well, Pat Bonner requires some attention here, but he certainly was in trouble with this corner kick.
There's that ball put right on top of him. Up goes Alan McLaren in there. Just drops the ball. Whether he caught Alan McLaren's arm, I'm not too sure, but the ball was in a dangerous area.
Well, the Celtic supporters now enjoying this very much indeed.
I'd be tempted now if I was Rangers to really put that ball into the penalty area again, and whether Pat Bonham will have thoughts about another collision, thoughts about his nose and whatever, because these sort of balls I put more into the penalty area now. You see, Pat Bonner gets blocked the first time, gets really underneath it through no challenge. I mean, he did drop the ball before the challenge came in, so I would say Rangers should pump more balls into the box and get Mark Hateley onto the end of them.
So there's McFarlane looking on there as Pat Bonner now takes the goal kick. Here's Simon Donnelly. Grant. Now Collins. Donnelly again. Hustled there by Stephen. Celtic running back with Collins. Van Hooijdonk at the far post. Team towards him. And a very good block by Thompson. A superb first touch by Van Hooijdonk to give himself the chance.
John Collins does well on the left-hand side. Has a look there at the far post, whips a dangerous ball in now. Alan McLaren can't do much about this. Flicks the ball on, but good touch by Van Hooijdonk here. Across the face of the goal, but a good save by Billy Thompson with his feet.
Celtic encouraged again. Another good attack. Here's Bata. Now Donnelly. Stephen retrieves for Rangers. That's great play by McStay. Bata bundled off the ball by Ferguson. The whistle is gone. Ferguson didn't appear to hit it. Well, he is the sort of player who will get fired up in this situation.
Yes, he won't like a match, he's 1-0 down, but he goes a little bit reckless then. He's just got to keep his head a little bit in those situations, because now Celtic can swing a dangerous free kick into the box.
Here's Bata. Well won by Bolly. Says Durant. Now Murray. Stopped by Grant. This is Collins. That's fine play. Here Van Hooijdonk tries to find Collins again. Trevor Stephen, constantly there, makes the mistake. Well, Rangers now have to lift their game, and that's never easy. Collins is offside. Must have been very close indeed. But there was that feeling, Terry, about Rangers. They were quite content to be on level terms.
Yes, you can just see John Collins offside there. But, I mean, Celtic's passing, Celtic's confidence has grown since that goal. They're knocking the ball around a lot better. Consequently, you can see Rangers play becoming a bit more frustrated. They are 1-0 down. There's a little bit of time left in the match, admittedly, but they still, still feel that they want to get back on equal terms straight away. So a lot more urgency now about the Rangers play.
Bolly fights it in. Too long for Hateley. Here's Laudrup. McLaughlin tried to find Bata. Laudrup kept it in play. That's a good recovery by Bata. Neat play by Donnelly. This is McStay. Looking for Donnelly again. He's away from McLaren. Chance on again for Celtic. Donnelly going all the way himself, and it's tapped in by Moore. An own goal by Craig Moore. Celtic go 2 ahead. Joy again for the Celtic supporters. Dejection for Craig Moore, but great play by Simon Donnelly.
Well, this move started deep in the Celtics half. Simon Donnelly using a bit of pace here. Alan McLaren always struggling to get back to him now. He gets up heads the ball across the box, and poor Craig Moore, in an effort then to try and divert the ball for a corner, puts it into his own net. Simon Donnelly has a look across the box, puts it across the penalty area. Craig Moore trying to put it for a corner. Did what I used to do many times, the Rangers, put it in the back of my own net.
So, for the moment, the major consolation for the Rangers supporters is the news of the possible arrival of Paul Gascoigne from Lazio for next season. Certainly been disappointing as far as this match has been concerned for the Rangers supporters. Celtic in no hurry. The Celtic supporters gesticulating towards their opposite numbers. Savouring the moment. Push in the back there on Faulkner by Cleland. Gives the free kick to Celtic. Faulkner calling for the ball as Bata launches it forward. Faulkner got up well done. There's McLaughlin. Still to score for Celtic. What a moment that would have been.
Well, it's Route 1 football, really. A long ball through. Willie Faulkner gets up superbly well. Good flick on. And Brian McLaughlin just snatches at the ball on his weaker foot, admittedly, but lovely flick on here. On his left foot. Just not quite the right balance and shape to put that past Billy Thompson, but a great chance nevertheless. A great header by Willie Faulkner.
Yes, Collins showing excellent control. McStay. Here's O'Donnell. Towards McLaughlin. Stephen followed the ball to win possession for Rangers. And Cleland putting Billy Thompson under severe pressure there. Keeper did well in the end as McLaughlin closed in on him.
Yes, a bit of slack play here by Alec Cleland, and Billy Thompson really taken the only safe option he had was to, instead of playing the ball against the Celtic player, to put it out for a throw-in.
O'Donnell to Vata. Back from McStay. Celtic quite happy with the way the game is going now, keeping the ball inside the Rangers half, in the wide positions. It's won by Cleland, but using an arm to do so. Handball there against Cleland. Another free kick to Celtic. And no hurry about it either. So 3 in the wall here. Collins could bend this. He scored for Celtic! Rudy Vata makes it 3-0 to Celtic. And Billy Thompson was beaten by the surprise element here.
Well, quite incredible free kick by Rudy Vata here. Everybody thought John Collins was going to hit it. He just got it round the inside of the wall. Billy Thompson could not get across. Great angle here, just inside that near post. Billy Thompson just couldn't get away. I think he was more conscious about getting down and hitting his head on the post or whatever, but couldn't quite get across. Superbly struck free kick. Everybody was expecting the free kick from John Collins. 3-0.
So the first time Celtic have scored 3 in the Premier Division this season. The first time Rangers have lost 3 in the Premier Division this season. And it's joy all around for the Celtic supporters. Well, it really has been a lacklustre performance by Rangers, but they're being punished heavily. Rudy Vata producing his first goal. And capping a very good overall performance by the Albanian international. That's Trevor Stevens' cross, and it was turned away there by McStay. It's a corner kick to Rangers. Well, Rangers supporters now leaving the stadium, seeing no prospect of recovery now. Here's Ian Durant with the corner. Headed away by Vata, straight to Cleland. Boyd won it for Celtic. McLaughlin's ahead of him. He's onside. He's inside his own half. This could be a fourth. He's brought down there by Thompson. Billy Thompson will be on the top, I'm sure, to add to the misery for Rangers. It's a red card for Thompson. Free kick outside the box, and the Rangers goalkeeper is on the off. Well, I think too that Brian McLaughlin had overcarried the ball in any event.
Yes, that was a pretty tight offside, but nevertheless, McLaughlin came through here. He's faced with Billy Thompson. Just chinks on the left-hand side. Billy Thompson, as we could see, just outside the area. Had no alternative but to bring him down. Billy Thompson off now. It'll be interesting to see who Rangers do substitute for Ali Maxwell.
Well, they're bringing up Brian Laudrup. Laudrup is being withdrawn to allow Maxwell to face this free kick. Well, Rangers ending this match in disarray. Off goes Brian Laudrup. Totally dejected. And Maxwell comes on to face the free kick. Every Rangers player back facing the ball. Huge wall. Now Collins is there, Vata is there, McStay to the right, McLaughlin over the ball. Very well blocked there by Cleland. Dumped away there by Moore. Here's Peter Grant. And now Tom Boyd. This is Barta. Cleared by McLaren to Haitley. In goes Boyd very strongly into the back of Haitley. Haitley's on the ground. It was a very hefty challenge by Boyd. Well, the Celtic scars all around the stadium now as they celebrate a victory which they'll remember for a very long time. It won't matter to these Celtic supporters, the league has been won by Rangers. Boyd and O'Neill together. Moore heavily into the back of Collins. This is Stephen. Now Moore. Tackle from Grant. A free kick given to Rangers. Stevens on the ground. Well, it's an afternoon of misery for Rangers, Terry.
Yes, it is an afternoon of misery. The Rangers haven't played very well at all, but they haven't been allowed to play really. Must give Celtic credit because they've hustled and bustled Rangers into making errors. The midfield area, as we said in the first half, was very congested, but ever since Brian Laird got on the ball, each chance he had of getting on the ball, they've got men around him. They defended well from the back to the front. And when they got the ball into the danger areas, they were positive enough to that first goal lifted them enormously.
Headed away well by O'Neill, surviving the attentions there of Haitley. That's McStay. A chase here for O'Donnell with Moore. Well, O'Donnell gives the Celtic midfield that extra dimension by running from midfield beyond the forwards. The deflection there came off both. That could have troubled Maxwell. Well, you get the impression that Celtic are suddenly looking for more.
Yes, Phil O'Donnell coming into the box here on his right foot. Just see again blocked by Willie Faulkner himself. Whether that was going to go into the back of the net, I'm not too sure. But in the end, I think Willie Faulkner was offside. But Celtic now running rampant.
So bedlam all around us. These Celtic supporters celebrating. Maxwell at the clearance there, but here's a chance on for McLaughlin. Towards Faulkner it goes. McLaren's in the way. This is Trevor Stephen. Here's McKinley. Barta breaking on the right. Celtic using an extra man advantage here. Volley in the way. Good header away. This is Alec Cleland. Straight up the line there, left by Boyd. The throw will be taken here by Barta. Tackle came from McLaren. Very important now, I think, Terry, for Rangers to retain their discipline in these closing moments.
Well, it's difficult with only a few minutes left, and it's very hard when you're 3-0 down to 10 men and everything else. You just try and salvage anything that you can do, but Celtic absolutely running riot at the moment.
Chance on for as McLaughlin shoots, and Maxwell makes the save. Well, Brian McLaughlin still looking for his first goal for Celtic.
You've got to feel sorry for Brian McLaughlin here because in the day he gets in a lucky ricochet, the ball ricochets off Basil Bowley, comes in his left-hand side. He's had two great opportunities to score a goal, and unfortunately hasn't done that.
There's Mikhailichenko. Stopped by Boyd again, who's been immense at the back for Celtic, the Scotland international. Moore to Stephen. Tom Boyd's clearance straight to Grant. Space now for Collins to exploit on the left. Change of pace brings him inside Murray. It's good running by Collins. O'Donnell waiting as Moore intercepts. Well, there's an eagerness still about Celtic. Is missing from the Rangers' ranks at the moment. McKinley back here to O'Neill. This is Tosh McKinley. So back it goes for the throw to Celtic, but referee Mottram brings the match to an end. Celtic are the winners by 3-0. It's an afternoon of misery for the champions, but for these Celtic supporters, a day to remember towards the end of the season, with the cup final just 3 weeks away, and Rudy Bata, a hero for Celtic, scoring his first goal with that excellent free kick late in the match. But it was Celtic who carried the match to Rangers, especially in the second half. The first half distinctly forgettable, but from the moment when Celtic took the lead, the game was transformed.
Playoff, Jess Briggs.